Hide and go shoot? I like it.
Outreach, your source of unbiased news in the wasteland. Breaking news. Despite the Wolfpack's recent demise, the NCR has already introduced their replacement, the Courier of the Mojave. The so-called Wasteland Legend has officially joined the NCR Exiles, Blackthorn announced in a press release. Quote, with the Courier on our side, the war will be over soon. The Courier, for their part, has not yet given a comment.
Blow your face off, dirtbag.
Will the Courier live up to their legend, or will they just be a political figurehead for Blackthorn's regime? Time will tell. Don't change the channel. We'll be right back.
Let me adjust the gear in my bag. Make sure I have some stim packs. I'll use them in battle, so you can focus on the fight.
I said I would take you down to the show. I could tell by your face.
Hoarding more crap, I see.
Right from the start, gonna say no. No, no. I said I would take you down to the show. I could tell by your face. Wanna know. Right from the start, gonna say no. No, no. Don't even know you.
Despite the Wolfpack's recent demise, the NCR has already introduced their replacement, the Courier of the Mojave. The so-called Wasteland Legend has officially joined the NCR exiles, Blackthorn announced in a press release. Quote, with the Courier on our side, the war will be over soon. The Courier, for their part, has not yet given a comment. Will the Courier live up to their legend? Will they just be a political figurehead for Blackthorn's regime? Time will tell. Don't change the channel. We'll be right back.
Wind blows my direction, nobody to take me in. As I look in my reflection, I'm bruised and full of sin. Can't find my religion, struck down at every turn, stuck in isolation. Oh Lord, I'm surely gonna burn. The road is long and I'm alone, try to find this place called home. Made it through another year, I'll still be here on the frontier, on the frontier, on the frontier, on the frontier. I'll give my confession. These clothes are stained with blood, made a new kind of fashion, kinda hide that red with mud. What a lousy vacation, been away for many years. I asked for protection, shouted out when no one hears. The road is long and I'm alone, try to find this place called home. Made it through another year, I'll still be here. The road is long and I'm alone, try to find this place called home. Made it through another year, I'll still be here on the frontier, on the frontier, on the frontier, on the frontier, on the frontier.
The Breach Outreach and its unbiased reporting is made possible thanks to listeners like you. Thank you. You will hear us on NCR Radio. NCR has announced that they will reclaim the bridge just prior to the operation that cost the Wolfpack their lives. Though the area has little tactical value, it seems to serve as a symbol of the NCR's perseverance, despite its recent losses. As such, the outpost has been rechristened Outpost Henderson, named in honor of the popular corporal who fell in battle with his men. Former Ranger Ian Malcolm is now in command, and our sources indicate that he'll use the base as a staging ground for strikes into Legion territory. That's all for now. We'll be back soon.
I don't even know your name, but I know I'll wander around until I can be living without you, finally free. I go for a walk down by the shore, down on the ground with your face in the sand, slowly washing away with the time. I said I would take you down to the show. I could tell by your face you didn't want to go. Right from the start, could have said no, no, no. I said I would take you down to the show. Could tell by your face you want to go. Right from the start, could have said no, no, no.
You came back like you promised. I'm so happy.
All right.
I mean,
I like the sound of
right behind you.
Until I can be living without you, finally free. Now I'm sure, now around my face.
Hi there. Yeah, okay. See you.
What are you after now? This is what I got. I'll see what I can do. This is what I got. Bye.
You need something? Otherwise, I have people to get to. Let me take a look at it. Next. That witch in Goose Hollow was something else. Who's the babe? She single?
Courier, come, take a walk with me. I think it's time I show you the real reason why we have been fighting and freezing our asses off in this godforsaken wasteland. The reason why my men continue to suffer and die here. I'm sure you've learned by now that we're not working for the NCR. We're a splinter group who've removed ourselves from Kimball and his narrow-minded conquest to expand the NCR's territorial grasp. We're not against the new California Republic. I believe the NCR to be the best hope to have come out of this post-apocalyptic world. But I blame Kimball for what he has done to it. He turned the NCR into a warmongering nation that no longer cares for its own people. He is willing to sacrifice whatever and whoever in order to satisfy his grandiose vision for the NCR. My boys, they've been through a lot. Kimball forced them to fight during the Brotherhood of Steel War. Most of them were young kids with little to no combat experience. But to Kimball, They were just conscripts to be used as cannon fodder. However, they still fought hard and bravely, only to die for a cause not of their own. I promised those boys, those men, their freedom. Once we finally crushed the Brotherhood at Helios 1, I thought it was finally over. We won the war. At a heavy price. Half of my battalion was wiped out in the assault. All good kids. I remember each and every one who died under my command. The lives I couldn't save. The only peace of mind I had was that the rest would be sent home, where they'd be free from any more war. Where they could hopefully live the rest of their lives in peace. Or so I thought. Only a few months after taking Helios, the Legion were making a push for Hoover Dam shortly after wiping out the NCR's most eastward stronghold, Fort Iridash. Suddenly, I saw it happening all over again. More kids being sent to their deaths, more families being torn apart and forced to serve as conscripted cannon fodder. More soldiers left forever scarred and broken by the atrocities of war. That's something I wish those who wage war would understand. Kimball was, of course, determined to hold Hoover Dam at all cost. He ordered my men and I to reinforce the dam. I had two choices: lead my men into another bloody war, only to satisfy Kimball's vision, or leave the NCR and be labeled as a deserter. I chose the latter. I'm glad you understand. It was not an easy decision. I had to leave much of what I believed in behind. Those who followed me only did so because they believed in me. I did not force anyone to come to the frontier. These men and women look up to me as their leader, and I will not fail them. It is my duty to one day bring these people back to the Republic and set things right. A peaceful revolution without any bloodshed. We only aim to remove that warmonger, Kimball, from power so the NCR can finally get back to focusing on the welfare of its own citizens. That is what I am about to show you. What you see before you, we call the Liberator. Inspiring relic of the old world. It appears to have been some kind of prototype airship that was left unfinished beneath the airway. With this fully restored, it would certainly turn the tide for us in our conflict with both the Legion and Kimball's NCR. However, in its current state, it can't even get airlifted. It's essentially a massive paperweight while in this hangar. This is where your help is needed, Courier. As I said before, you're a legend who can bring change. Whether you help us find what we need, or just help us last long enough in this conflict so that the Liberator can be brought to fruition, will justify everything we have sacrificed up to this point. I hope you agree with me when I say, I trust that you are the key that will push us forward. I figured you would. Follow me. There is still much to discuss. One of our greatest threats we face on the frontier, apart from the inhospitable weather and landscape, is, of course, Legion. You may be aware that this isn't the same Legion as seen in the Mojave. They are more or less tribals who have pledged allegiance to Caesar's Legion. They weren't much of a threat when we first arrived, but somehow Caesar learned of our presence here and sent his legate, Marcus Valerius, and Frumentari to spearhead the tribals against us. Alarmingly, the tribals have outnumbered and even outgunned us in a number of ways. Because of their nativity to this region, they have proven to be far more versatile and have been gathering resources and territory faster than we can compete with. They continue to encroach on us, even after our recent affair with them, which has left my army crippled. On top of that, I have reasons to suspect that the Legion have spies within our own ranks. The reason why we suffered such heavy losses during our assault to rescue you was most likely due to a breach in our invasion plans. The Legion already had their artillery aimed at my fleet before they even reached into enemy territory. So many of my men slaughtered before their boots could even touch the ground. Furthermore, we have had supplies and weapons go missing from our stockpiles, most notably our tank busters, while their use by the Legion and even scavs has become more frequent in recent events, resulting in greater losses of our tanks and vertibirds. If you have any information of a potential breach in our ranks, I must be informed of it. Dolus, where have you heard of this? This seems to confirm my suspicions that Valerius was tipped off just before the assault. Now we at least know this Dolus is the one we need to look out for. This is invaluable information. Good job, courier. I currently have Rancor investigating any suspicious activity. He's not just my personal bodyguard, but also my top reconnaissance agent. He's my eyes and ears at the frontier. This here's Way, my lead engineer on the Liberator, who you may have already met.
Yes. Hello, courier. As much as Blackthorn may think I need your help, I will have this aircraft fully functional in only a matter of time. You'll see. You'll all see. It's an aircraft carrier that flies. What more is there to say about it? It's just like all the other pre-war monstrosities. It'll be a miracle if it actually flies, but luckily for us, I'm that miracle worker. Blackthorn came to me after his troopers stumbled across my robot army I had been constructing. Why, yes! Ever since I could wield a soldering iron at the ripe old age of 2, I have been reconstructing old electronics back into working order. I guess you could call me a prodigy. My robot army was all I really needed in life, until Blackthorn offered me to come work on the Liberator, an opportunity and challenge I could not pass on. So here I am, using my robots to rebuild this war machine. Well, since you're asking, I could use 12 duct tape, 11 pilot lights, 10 leaf blowers, 9 leather belts, 8 milk bottles, 7 scrap metal, 6 garden gnomes, 5 golden gecko eggs, 4 cherry bombs, 3 fission batteries, 2 teddy bears, and a, Brahmin in a talking tree.
You see what we have all been working for. I hope you understand how important it is that we reach our goal in time. God forbid any of this technology ever falls into the wrong hands. Once the Liberator is fully restored, it can be used as a mobile command center and troop transport. With the amount of firepower it packs, it could probably wipe out an entire citadel. We will use it to restore order and peace in both the Frontier and Mojave. Then, we will force Kimball into resignation. He was originally a member of the 1st Recon Unit back in the NCR. Rancor and his unit were the first to breach Helios 1 during our battle with the Brotherhood and managed to sabotage much of their defenses. It was his cunning tactics during that battle that greatly reduced the amount of casualties we suffered. And just like the rest of the men here, he believes in ridding the NCR of their corruption. I trust him with my life. Ideally, I plan to put your skills of exploration to good use and have you scavenge any remote locations that may contain the components needed to complete the Liberator.
General Blackthorn, sir.
Whoa, take it slowly. Breathe. Now, what is so important that you ran all the way down here?
I just got word of a possible enemy attack on the airport.
Are you sure of this?
Yes, sir. Reports are coming in from all over of a large group of scav vehicles heading towards the airport as we speak.
All right. We'll handle this back at the airport terminal. And Tuner, next time remember to use the intercom.
Yes, sir. Sorry, sir.
According to these projections, the scabs have been moving closer and closer towards the airport, and without hesitation it appears. It won't be long before they reach our walls.
How many would you say there are?
At least a couple dozen retrofitted vehicles.
That's a massive mechanized unit. Why would they suicidally come at us like this?
They must think we are still weak from the recent battle with the Legion and are attempting to finish us off. But we'll let them know we're not finished here just yet.
What's the plan, sir?
Send a column of tanks to intercept and ambush them. We'll wipe them out before they reach the airport.
Yes, sir. I'll gather the men.
Sergeant Johnson, alert the rest of the men. The base is to be on full alert.
Yes, sir.
Courier, I'll need your assistance on this. You'll go with the tank crew to intercept the scavs. You won't necessarily need to drive it. Just man the turret. The crew will give you the basics. Maybe afterwards we'll teach you how to drive one. Hell, if you wipe out these scavs, I'll give you your own personal tank. Go speak to Watchman in the maintenance hangar. He'll give you the rundown. And make haste!
Hey there, courier. I'm Badger. You need anything? Bye, courier.
Sir. Name's Miguel. Private Miguel. Proud member of Blackthorn's army. Not Kimball's, sir. See ya.
Good, you're here. We can set off now if you're ready. You'll aim and fire the cannon on the tank. It won't be too difficult to do. I'll show you once we get rolling. Alright then, let's get this show on the road! It's a bit cramped in here, but it beats being on foot. This armor can protect us from any small arms fire as well as the cold. We mostly just need to be on the lookout for any tank weapons and landmines. I've also heard rumors that the scavs are retrofitting their vehicles with explosives and suicidally ramming them into our tanks. Good, you're here. We can set off now if you're ready. You'll aim and fire the cannon on the tank. It won't be too difficult to do. I'll show you once we get rolling. Alright then, let's get this show on the road! It's a bit cramped in here, but it beats being on foot. This armor can protect us from any small arms fire as well as the cold. We mostly just need to be on the lookout for any tank weapons and landmines. I've also heard rumors that the scavs are retrofitting their vehicles with explosives and suicidally ramming them into our tanks. So watch out for any vehicles with a large bomb strapped to them. Don't want them to get too close before they go boom. By the way, this is our driver, Matty. He'll handle this tank like it's his steed. I'll be manning the machine gun and loading the cannon. You just need to aim and fire that cannon. That sound like something you can handle? Good. Take this machine gun. You'll be needing it. Now open that hatch and take a look around your surroundings. Jesus. You see what I see, Courier? Take a look through your scope. fuck just happened, but we need to get the hell out of here. I already called in an evac. They should be here shortly. Just hang in there. See what? That blinding light that wiped everything out? How the hell could I miss it? You must have banged your head against something. You should conserve your energy. Help will be here soon.
I see. This is certainly unprecedented. If what you're saying about the beam of light is true, then I fear this may have been the work of something I'd only thought was a myth. The Archimedes 2 death ray. Yes, we only found out about this death ray after seizing Helios 1 from the Brotherhood. Perhaps it was the reason they held out for so long. At best, the reports they gave seemed senseless, but I see now that they were completely accurate. Perhaps there are other ways of charging it. We don't know enough to be sure. It seems beyond the means of the Brotherhood, and of all the enemies we have been up against. Only the Enclave has had access to the kind of technology you're describing. But what are they doing in the frontier? The last reports we had pegged them fleeing eastward in massive numbers. There's been no organized resistance in the Republic for decades. Whatever their reason, they pose an unprecedented threat to our operations here. If they want to, they could wipe us out in the blink of an eye. We need to tread lightly, Courier. You said you saw where that vertebrate of theirs was headed. Maybe we could track it down and find out what they're up to. Go speak to Officer Parks. He may be able to provide some assistance. I've already assigned him the task of gathering any information on the new threat. But be careful. We cannot afford any missteps. One more thing before you go. As promised, I've provided you your own personal tank for taking care of those scavs. You'll find it waiting for you outside the maintenance hangar. Take good care of it. I won't be able to provide you with another.
I don't have much time for chit-chat. Make it quick. Good. Now go make yourself useful.